rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
The meeting will please come to order. We do have proof of posting in accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code as amended, known as the Texas Open Meetings Act. Any members of the public who wish to speak shall have 5 minutes to address the court. If there are none, we'll go to item number 1 to approve the minutes of the June 19th meeting. Any corrections?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 2 is budget transfers and amendments. Any discussion?
Make a motion to pay the budget transfer.
Do we approve them?
To approve, yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's it.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 3 is to approve and pay the bills. Any discussion?
On precinct 2, Kent Trucking, can you show me the days that they all, what they're charging us?
Yes.
I'm just, I like getting down this one on that. I'd like to check them out on the record, see if they're all the same date, time.
Second motion.
All in favor, aye. Opposed? None. Motion carried. Item number 4 is to approve the payroll. Second, all in favor, aye? Motion carried.
And Judge, y'all still want to continue to receive it in this format and all that, as we do?
I guess so, yes. Just a moment.
Judge, was that a motion approved or accepted? Which way?
Probably doesn't really make any difference, so, I guess still approve, because there could be a change. It's still approved. Thank you. Item number 5 is reports. Had a report for June from the tax office. Quarterly report for the sick leave pool. June report from the extension agent, and also attached on the back are the plans for July. So one here from May from the extension office. And then we have the investment and interest earned report for the quarter. Third quarter. It's actually the first three quarters, all one here for the third quarter. Anybody else have a report?
Did you say the vacation sick leave, Judge? Thank you, I'm sorry.
No, I probably didn't, because I had it just right with the sick leave pool, but there is one for vacation and sick leave for the period ending June 29th. Do you want to discuss yours now, or do you want to have it on the next agenda for?
We're gonna have somebody out to the roof by then? Or we're gonna have anybody else out to look at the roof by
I
next?
hope so.
Yeah, let's just wait then, that way we know exactly.
And if you do get that, we can always have a special meeting.
I'll address that further later, but, the roof, looking further into the roof condition on the jail, we have, probably a bigger issue than what we expected. So we're gonna have somebody else come out and look at it and, kind of give us a rundown of our options, some more options that we may have in looking at, so, and we'll have somebody here again, as far as with the AC company, and maybe another roofing company, to further look at it, and then we'll have more to discuss
Just bring some options
on
back
our
for us to
options
decide
and
how
what
we're
we're
going
looking
to
at.
proceed. It's a big issue, I'm telling you that right now. All right, any other reports? Not, do we have a motion to accept the reports?
I make that motion. Second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Thank you. Burn ban, there's no discussion. Go to item number 7, special road use agreements. Are there any?
On bonds, I have one with Vital. Continuation of Kangaroo 795 for $30,000 from August 11th of 19 to August 11th, 2020.
Motion? Second, all in favor, aye. I have actually, it's a continuation certificate for valence on 795.
That's one that's a bid.
It's the same thing.
original is in the book. This is just a copy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I need. Yes, sir.
That's that. Okay.
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, if we'll go back up to item number 5, I have a report for JP3 for the month of June. Have a motion to accept that report.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Thank you. Item number 9 is to consider the TAC health insurance claim for 2020.
Did anything change?
A little bit. You know, the rates went up, of course, they never go down. Now, we kind of visited about this before, and the consensus was that we would provide the same options that we had last year. They call it an exchange, there are 5 options. We set an amount that we, as the county, pay per month, and then the employee can look at these 5 options and pick whichever they want. And if it's more money than what the county provides, they have to pay the difference. But it is an option for them, which I kind of like, because it's hard to pick for everybody's benefit, and they have that choice.
And we have to have this back to TAC by August 2nd, so that's why we wanted to go ahead and get it on here. And
Okay.
How much did it go up?
Stick notes.
of course, there's 5 plans, but the main plan
Oh, yeah.
went up by about,
For the
$15.
amount that we had done last year, this is in health insurance only, $741.60, and it's going to $756. So it's about $15 a month.
and the dental went down just a fraction of cents, a few cents, and so. Based on what we've done in the past, Judge, I kind of just put a little pencil to it, because kind of thinking if the county wanted to, in the past they've done, this past year they've done $775, if they wanted to go to $790, and then the $612 on top of that, which would make $790, $612, but it's up to y'all what you decide.
There's no place we can get insurance any cheaper.
It went out for bids a few years, in the past. And
We've done that over time, gone out for bids. We certainly could do that again. I think if we were going to do that, though, we'd have to start like in April, because it takes a while to do that. So and it's probably time that we do need to go out again for bids. So I would say probably all we can do for this time is decide the amount, and then if we want to go out, if you'll put that on your calendar for next year for us to go out for bids for health insurance. Is that what we're talking about? It wouldn't be a
Well, I
bad
mean, I'm
idea
just
for us to
saying,
do it again.
and they continue to go up every year, and I'm sure it's probably good insurance, but Blue Cross Blue Shield, other people sell that, I mean, I'm not an insurance person by no means, but I think we don't just need to be getting a rut to accepting whatever they go up every year. That's just my
Would it be
opinion.
about April that we need to go out for bids?
I would, since this has to be back in August, I would assume probably need to start around April,
I just don't know that right now we could get the bids out and get them back in time. Do you think that we could?
I would have to see, I've not went out for bid, so I'd have to see what's already made up as far as a bid, RFP or a invitation to bid, if that's, I've not seen that in case stuff, so I'm not sure how that's went before.
But if we're going to, for this year, we need to decide to do that today, so we could try to get it back, be a short turnaround.
You probably have to publish it for 2 weeks in the paper.
And Steve Wayne, all for what?
Second, back to tax.
Yeah.
You ain't got enough time.
Does anybody know if all counties pay the same amount? I mean,
They do not,
They do not.
they do not.
They look at our, claims.
Yeah, they do an actuary study based on your demographic area, they do it based on the age of your employees, medical claims that we've had, so yeah, it's the whole,
Would you put that on your calendar?
yes ma'am.
And put that on our calendar for us to have it on, like the last meeting in March, to decide if we're gonna go out for bids, and, you might see if someone else, that has gone out for bids could provide you with some information
Go
so
back
that
and
you
pull
can
the,
be ready for
where
that.
they went for bids for it last time, I'll see.
Okay, all right.
We need to tender this today on the insurance.
We could wait till the next meeting.
The only thing I see is with the budget process going, that if y'all want us to go ahead and start plugging those numbers in, we're gonna kinda have to know what the county's gonna put forth towards it, so when y'all start discussing budget, you got good numbers.
I think we need to cover the increase.
Yeah, I do too. We need to talk about that today, go to 756.42. I think that's what we need to do.
Does that cover the increase? This is what I'm looking at
Yeah,
here.
see this one.
Yeah.
Now, you're at 775 right now, is what the county does.
Well, but that includes dental.
And
That's the cost for dental, and you said it did not go up.
no, the dental
Went
actually
down
went
just
down
a
a few
little bit,
cents.
is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so if we, for health insurance, are gonna go up, say $15, that would cover the increase on the health insurance.
775, Will?
775 is what we're doing right now, so 15 added on that would be 790. Because the 775 has the $30 for dental in it,
I see.
but the dental's not going up. So if we went up that $15 to cover the increase in the medical, it would be 790.
And then, right now, with 770 plus 5 plus the 612 for the life insurance the county pays. So if y'all went to 790, then you would do the 612 on top of that, which would make 790, 612.
No, because they don't choose that. That's just a
That's
cost for the
right,
county.
yeah,
So
so
we
they
don't
just-
have to consider that, I think, isn't that right? I mean, it's a county expense, but
Right.
that's not included in the allocation for their health insurance.
Okay.
So 775 plus 15 goes to 790.
Because what you have on here is a rounded 775, is that right? On the little thing you gave us, so if we increase it $15,
And if they pick that 1,500 plan plus the dental, it'll leave like a little bit of, a couple dollars on the table, but the county keeps that. So the employee does not get what's left on the table, but that's just a rounding. We did
Okay.
775.
on the sticky you gave me, it says 775 for medical and 781, that's the $6 difference. So it's 775 for the medical and the dental. That'd be $30.
Well, if you take it 756.42 and put 15 on it, 771.42.
But then we have to add the dental.
It's six.
It's about $30 a month.
32.
So that 775 is what we're currently paying for the medical and the dental. I don't have a figure here that shows what the dental is.
Yes,
But
that's in
the
the
775 is the two together. So if we added the 15 increase to it, that should cover it.
I mean,
790. Is that a motion?
yes, ma'am.
That is the amount that we will set, and we are going with the exchange plan, where they can pick their insurance.
Which one is
Look
the,
at this, Jeannie, be sure I'm right.
which one is the, on this thing, which one is the one we currently have?
The 1,500 is, I believe, the one on top, yeah.
The very first one?
1,500. See, it was 741 plus the 30 whatever for the dental, made it 775. So if the dental's basically the same, we had the 15 increase there.
Correct.
It
There's
would
a-
be right.
There's another one over here.
Yeah, all 5 of these are what we offer to the employee.
There's one over here for 738.56. There's one for 788.
This is the 1,400 plan, this is the 13, this is the HSA. We offer 5 plans.
Right now, we are at a 2,500 deductible, and that plan is $2,500 deductible. That's a 3,000 deductible if it's in network, or 6,000 if it's out of network.
Yeah, that's 738.
And again, you know, we can fund a lower amount if they decided they wanted the 1,500 plan rather than this, this other plan, then they could pay the difference. But we've been going with the, you know, we used to do a $500 deductible, but as rates have gone up so much, we had to increase our deductible to try to keep our costs lower.
When I got here, it was a $200 deductible, and that for a long time.
And if, as an employee, we want our deductible to be lower, well, then you can take some other plans here, they're higher per month, and they would have to supplement they'd have to pay part of it in order to have a lower deductible.
And Judge, just to add in, the county now offers the vision too, but the county doesn't pay that. So if the employee wants a vision,
Yes.
they pay
Yes,
that.
the county does not. Because you can get a $1,500 or a $2,000 deductible, but it would require the employee to pay a little bit per month. Sometimes that's better, they'll pay a little bit per month, and I'll have to come out of pocket with.
And we
large
do
amount.
have at least one person on every plan, so we have more than one, of course, but just saying, all 5 of these plans have someone participate in them.
All right, so
We have a motion.
we do have a motion.
A motion and a second.
We have a motion and a second, and that motion and second is just, yeah, we've already stated that, sorry.
It's okay.
Is to fund the 790, fund the 790, and still offer the exchange plan where employees can choose there. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, aye. Opposed? And the motion carries. All right. Let's go to selecting the salary grievance committee.
Here's the names.
Here are the names.
Do you want a list, or you want me to just mark the list when you call them out? Either way.
Is this the only one you have?
No, when I wrote it down.
Okay, I'm gonna write it here too, because the first 9, that we choose will be the, well,
Have we
need to
decided we're gonna do it that way?
We need to decide first. This is the selection of the salary grievance committee. We need to decide which option we're going to take. Are we going to take the option where it's all, people that served on the grand jury? Or are we gonna take the one where there are some elected officials that will be on that committee, and then just 3, I believe it's 3 alternate, 3, that were on the, grand jury?
Who are the elected officials that are on, I mean, is there a,
I knew you were gonna ask me that, anyway. Will you go find that?
That's okay, I mean,
that says
I
salary
know
agreements?
there's certain people that can be on there and certain ones.
Well, the sheriff, now that I'm sitting here, I know he is on here, and then there are several others.
Is it in
Will
your
you get
office?
that?
In your
It's in the
office?
file cabinet, salary agreements committee. So let's go on to, we'll come back to that, if that's all right. Item number 11 is to accept the county maintained road mileage certification, and they are certifying 651 miles of road in Freestone County, county roads.
How much?
651.
651?
We had talked about from time to time through the years, getting someone to drive all of the roads, so we would actually know how many roads, number one, are in each precinct, and the total county road mileage within the county, but we've not done that, so. Do we have a motion to accept our county
Make a
maintained?
Make a motion that we accept.
Sorry.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Motion carried. So we need to talk about if that's even an interest for each commissioner to drive their own roads. Of course, that's a
We got a
little,
list over there, I don't know when it was done, years ago.
but mileage from each road, on each road?
Mine on each road, and it's, I've got over 190 miles in precinct one, according to that list. That's a third of what they're saying.
Well, I think it was 2/3 what they got.
Yeah, I mean, what is it, what is that do for?
Got 300 miles.
I mean, what is it?
You're gonna need a horse to ride down that 300 miles, it'll quit raining.
And therein lies the issue about why we don't do each commissioner do their own, because they might kind of.
But what I'm saying is, what is this for? I mean, that,
They pay us,
we get a check off this?
lateral road, about 7,000 a year.
But if it's more mileage is what's on here,
It'd be a little bit more.
be a little bit more. Is it worth the time to ride it? Money wise?
I guess it depends on if y'all are gonna trust each other to do the actual, true,
Split the money up
Road.
full way.
Lift money for what? Very good.
that's what we do right now. I'm just joking about that. We had talked about it, someone independent to do it, but that would be a huge cost too. So there you are. Did we have a motion? In a
Yes, ma'am.
second, we've already voted on it. Perfect. Item number, let's go back. Consider awarding the bid for a bridge to be constructed on Freestone County Road 540, precinct 1 commission.
We had one come back, one bid come back. And it was from Neyland Bridge Construction. We sent 3 out. Ran it in the newspaper for 2 weeks. And his bid came in at $95,000.
I mean, I make that motion.
Sorry.
All in favor, aye. Motion carries. Consider awarding a bid for bridge construction for Freestone County 1301, precinct 3.
Okay, we had Neyland Construction come in with the only bid. $74,000.
Thank you.
I think, I'm on the council meeting on that. Look at that later.
Okay. Okay.
That would be no action.
No action. two options, we'll go back up to item number 10, to select the salary grievance committee. You have two options, you can do 9 public members, or you can do a combination of elected officials and public members. The sheriff, the tax assessor, the treasurer, county clerk, district clerk, county attorney or criminal district attorney, and 40 others. 6, yes, and the other 3 members would be public members. We need to decide that now, because that will make a difference as to how many public members we select.
So all those people that you read off serve, and then 3 others.
We've done it both ways in the past.
I will have elected officials, the 3 of us.
Is that a motion?
Yes, ma'am.
I second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. We'll need to choose 3 with some alternates then.
Who seconded that, I'm sorry?
I'm sorry.
Who seconded?
Andy made the motion, you seconded.
Thank you.
Not much time yet. All right. Mallory Swinburne.
It's in first name.
There it is.
Oh, that's
Draw one.
Roll on, Greg. Oh, I got it. Brenda, somebody.
Brenda Rogers is number 2.
Oh, y'all on it? Sorry about that.
Social media.
No, it ain't.
Billy Dygert. Billy Dygert is number 3. You let him draw one. One excluded.
Okay. Craig Oates. So I can't read that today. Not sure what that name is up here.
April Hedrick.
I'm sorry, I did a last one, but.
And then I need to draw one. Cynthia Duncan.
May I suggest, is that the one that?
I think Cynthia passed away.
Did she?
Oh, did she?
I didn't know I could be.
I think that's who it is, not on 5 months.
Yes.
Yeah. Cindy Emmons. And I guess one more will have 3 alternates.
This is the way I have done it in the past, unless y'all want me to do different. I send a letter to each one that has drawn, and we normally have to
We're
have some
actually
that say
supposed to,
no.
we're actually supposed to take the first 3, and then if one of them declines,
Then we'll take the number.
And
Yes,
we're,
ma'am.
that's why I thought we'd do a little earlier.
Thank you.
We have plenty of time.
Thank you.
Okay, will be Stephen King. All right. We have a motion to appoint these to the salary grievance committee in order. Well, the first 3 will be the committee, on the committee, and then to select alternates as needed.
Make that a motion.
All in favor, aye. You got it?
Yes, ma'am. I'll put it in there. Yes, ma'am.
14, I'm sorry, on the tree cutting services. You have one of these schedules? Number 14.
Okay.
You got it, okay. We're looking at the tree trimming and cutting removal services. Karen has done a spreadsheet on those that submitted a bid.
How many bids did we send out?
4. One did not respond.
Right.
Well, the charge you for a foreman, a ground, everything.
Like the
I've
lower
used,
bid is Diamond JK.
I've used rigs, and I know it looks good, and Diamond JK, they good folks too.
Reputable, dependable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they come and do it. I mean, it's something you can't handle, they get.
I think we're gonna take any bid, you're gonna accept them all because of that. And then I can, one of them just take the time to get a big tree or whatever. But I know I called Rick and I've used him some through the years. Probably 3 months ago when we had the first storm, and he's gonna get right back with me, and I ain't heard a call from him yet. I guess he's still busy. So I don't know what's up.
I used Diamond JK I've only had very little tree trimming done, but I did use them one time, and I was really impressed with them in the fact that it was on a busy road. They had flaggers. They had a guy with a stop sign, he stopped the car. They had a guy on the other side. I mean, they have insurance and stuff because they can't have an accident. And cutting trees, anything can happen. And on that busy road, I mean, I thought that was pretty good to have somebody that stopped the traffic and did it in a professional manner. And I mean, they do that. The reason I know that they do that is because they cut trees on highways and stuff, off of state highways, and you've got to have your signs down the road and so forth and all that. But I'm like Craig, all 3 of these guys do an excellent job.
Can we do,
I don't know that we can accept all 3. It's not road materials.
That's correct.
Or they have to do with road materials. I mean, what do you think? We might need to read the.
I think they need to select like the number, whoever they want to be number 1 to call, you know, like whatever the best bid is, because there was a reason we went out for
Yes.
bids. And so I think they need to go ahead and select number 1, number 2, and number 3. So if number 1 can't get to them, they've
I
got,
don't know if we can do that.
Well, I think if we accept,
if it's an emergency
they might
and,
find a
If
girl.
it was an emergency, it would be a different situation, just as anything in an emergency.
I think we can, I think the way I understand it, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, the way I understand it is, we accept someone, and if I call them and say, I have a tree that I need to get taken off the road today or tomorrow, and they say, I can't be there for a month, then they cannot provide the service that they
Correct.
said they could, so therefore I can go to someone else and call them.
That's correct, yeah.
I mean, that's just what I understand,
I
I'm
don't think we
sure.
can accept them in a certain order. I think we have to accept one.
We have to accept one and then go, yeah.
Or if you
but
don't.
that, to me, that, you're taking out the other people that put in a bid, so you can go, you know, there was a reason for it to go out to bid. for
There
bids.
was. Mhm.
So,
Okay, you want to table it and we'll find out what we can and cannot do?
sure, that'd be fine.
Okay, we have a motion to table.
You know, all these prices, I mean, you can go hire a track hoe and a bulldozer cheaper for what these prices are right here. Wow. I don't know, I ain't never seen one like it.
Was that a motion?
Second.
In a second. We'll table it to next time. Motion carried. Just to be safe, we'll check it out. All right, consider the location and date at the end of July to set community collection event.
Fallon with Hot Cog has contacted us and once they have, Freestone County hasn't went out for the tire recycling. And so they have till the end of July, and so she's contacted us about doing that again this year, but we have to do it before July's over. And so that week of the 26th of July, I just kind of looked at it, and that's probably by the time we can get some notice out there saying, hey, we're doing this. They're going to provide they will provide us 2 roll-off tire dumpsters and 2 roll-off bulk trash dumpsters if we want to do the bulk trash. We don't have to do the bulk trash. And I did ask her what are some things that they're considering bulk trash: furniture, appliances, yard waste, trash, carpet, and other building material, but no hazardous material like paint or other chemicals. So I guess the decision that needs to be made is for sure if we want to do it, what week we want to do it or what day, and then do we want to include the trash or just do the tires? And then I was thinking, I think there was a time in the past where I guess there was some complaints because some dumpsters got left up here at the courthouse one time or something when it was done. So I was wanting to see if maybe one of the precinct barns that are right here in Fairfield would be interested in us doing it at their barn.
I don't have it running.
I don't mind hosting it. I think I might have a little room that we can do it.
The week of the 22nd? Is that what you said?
I was thinking, Judge, I don't have my calendar. I was thinking it was like the 26th, but,
The 26th is a Friday.
oh, okay. So it's one day that
What
week.
day would we want to have it?
Say it again.
Well, what day of the week would we want to have it?
What did you have in mind?
Again, that would be, I would assume you would not want to do a Friday since you are closed, so,
A Thursday?
whatever would work for y'all. And
That's
if you
fine.
want to do it at the barn and not the courthouse, but if you want to do it at the courthouse,
Is it just a one day, they just offer it for one day, or is it?
we can
You
do
do
it
it
for multiple
multiple
days.
days?
That comes down to us. They're only going to provide us 2 tire dumpsters though,
Oh,
so
okay.
I say we can get it all in one day.
Okay, okay.
And do y'all want to do the trash too, or just the tire?
It doesn't matter. Who gonna help with that?
It's Hard Texas Council of Governments. It's Fallon with Hot Cog. It's their division that handles like
So
the
they gonna have
solid
people there?
waste. She will be there, and in the past we've used the inmates, and I did visit with Jeremy to see if he thought we would have them by then, and at that point you did think, do you still think
Ain't
that?
happening.
Do
Not
it?
happening.
Not happening? So,
We need to
there won't
look
be
at it.
inmates, so, I mean, we might not wanna do it.
Well, will they take tires?
Yes, they would
Yeah.
take tires, but the
So
deal is,
Would the commissioners want to bring tires? I mean, it would be worth it for that, and then just whoever else in the community. I know y'all always have a lot of tires to get rid of.
I can do that.
but the workers, I mean, you'd have to have somebody to man it. The lady Fallon, she'll be one person, and
Yeah, but if the commissioners bring tires, would have to bring them and put them in there anyway. And then, I guess everybody's putting their own trash in there.
Is there gonna be a limit on the number of tires you bring?
when we fill up the 2 dumpsters. Unless y'all want to, I mean, again,
What happens if
what
one
we
of the
do on
tire
this
shops
end-
comes up there with the load of tires?
well, I mean, we would, I would assume y'all would set the
You would
rule,
have a full dumpster in about 5 minutes.
I would assume you would set the rule that,
You know, I mean, if
when
you're gonna
we
do it,
send out a
you definitely
flyer.
have to set some rules, because that's gonna happen.
Again, Hot Cog's just gonna provide the dumpsters, and it's up to us to set the rules, so.
Would we say no commercial, just
I
like we do in the?
I would
gas
say
Well, that's,
that.
that's gonna do.
Mhm, okay.
Residential,
That's all. I have no problem with that. We can do that. And then, there, that would be tight.
All right.
25th?
25th at precinct 3 barn. And you'll coordinate that with Hot. Okay, Jeannie, thank you.
okay, and then like I said, is some of y'all's precinct guys gonna be available to help?
I'll try to have one around that
Because
day.
I don't think I'm gonna be out there chucking no tires in, so.
Put them in back over.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I would think if the commission would bring them, they'd put them in there at least, wouldn't you? If you brought them up there.
Well, sure.
Yeah, we just have somebody to help.
Whoever brings them up there is loading them, so I guess they can unload them.
Right.
The community too, I mean, you've got community people bringing them, is what I'm,
Maybe we could get some community service people to work on that.
There you go.
Yeah,
Good luck with that.
good luck. All right.
Do we need a motion on that?
We don't have no inmates can help.
We won't have any here. I can check and see if I can bring a couple over like I did for the fair.
No, we don't have any inmates anymore.
No.
No, we just said today, I don't think we need a motion to do on that. All right, we're gonna review and accept the fiscal year 2018 audit report.
Good morning, I'm Kyle Heineman, and I'll briefly review some of this year's audit highlights. The opinion is unmodified. An unmodified opinion is a clean opinion, and that's the opinion that you're going to receive. Our opinion states that financial statements presented in this report present fairly, in all material respects, the financial position and changes in financial position for the year ended September 30th, 2018. This year, the county implemented a new accounting standard, which was GASB 75, and that is accounting and financial reporting for post-employment benefits other than pensions, or otherwise known as OPEB. This resulted in reporting OPEB liabilities in the government-wide statements. The implementation of GASB 75 required a decrease to net position as a prior period adjustment of $2.6 million. There were no material weaknesses or significant deficiencies identified in regards to internal control or compliance. The net position, which is a component of the government-wide statements, and government-wide statements are presented on the full accrual method of accounting. These statements take into consideration net, capital assets and long-term debt, while fund financial statements do not. And at year-end, the net position was about $11.3 million, which was a decrease of $2.5 million, which included the prior period adjustments for OPEB, as mentioned previously. The county has about $6.9 million in liabilities on the full accrual method, and of those, about $6.1 million are the pension and OPEB liabilities. During the year, depreciation was about $450,000, which reduces the net capital assets. During the year, the county did add $683,000 of capital assets, which were primarily vehicles and machinery. And you disposed of about $193,000 of equipment during the year. During the year, the county made principal lease payments of $153,000, and you added a new capital lease of $150,000. The fund financial statements are presented on the current financial resources and measurement, and this is the method that the county uses to prepare the budget and plan for your operations. The general fund ending fund balance was about $8.3 million, which was a decrease of $537,000. The general fund revenues were less than budgeted revenues, and the actual expenditures were less than the final budgeted expenditures. The county did budget to decrease fund balance, and while the fund balance did decrease, it decreased by less than what was budgeted. So the The county budgeted about $608,000 decrease, and it only decreased by $538,000. Road and bridge funds finished the year with fund balances of $503,000, $394,000, $251,000, and $322,000 for precincts 1, 2, 3, and 4, respectively. These were increases of $234,000, $107,000, and $32,000 for precincts 1, 3, and 4, and a decrease of $66,000 for precinct 2. The general fund is in good position with its fund balance. A good benchmark is around 25% of the next year's budgeted expenditures, and at year end, the county had about 90% of next year's budgeted expenditures in fund balance. The road and bridge fund, they also have a comfortable fund balance, with each having at least 25% of next year's budgeted expenditures in fund balance. Are there any questions about the report or anything that y'all have seen previously with the numbers?
Anybody? Do we have a motion? We accept the report.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor, aye. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Number 17 is the Freestone Central Appraisal District operating budget for 2020. It doesn't have a page number, but we always talk about the amount that we pay to the appraisal district. And at the top of the page, it says estimated 2020 cost share. It's about the fourth page back, I think. Or the fifth page back. And after they do their budget, then they allocate these percentages according, I think, to the tax levies. And Freestone County is the $242,276.20. That's the amount we budget, because later we'll get the final, this is estimated, but we use that figure because we won't have the final figure before we adopt the budget. So that's why every year it ends up we have a change, but that's the amount that we budgeted, paid in, and we paid in quarterly.
The $1,700 change is.
It's an estimate.
Okay.
Any discussion? Now, we'll go to item number 18 to approve the Department of Justice Border Through Dates grant for $1,914 for the Sheriff's Department. Y'all need to say anything about that?
What are we talking?
The vest, bulletproof vest?
Oh,
It's
yes, we got grant funding, for 50% of, the vest. We needed I believe it was 6 or 7, new vests, and, we got approved for grant funding to pay 50% of that, and the other 50% comes out of our seizure account of chapter 59.
Thank you for doing that. We have to apply for those grants, and I know it's a lot of work. Thank you.
I make a motion that we approve.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 19 is to accept the interlocal agreement between Hotchkiss and Freestone County for the 911 public safety answer. They provide equipment for our 911 call center. You call it a call center? No, it's answering service. We agreed that we'll maintain that equipment and that we'll have that open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we'll cooperate in maintaining the equipment and, that's only what we agreed to. Anything else you want to say about that?
That sums it up pretty well. They come and check on it, make sure everything's being kept up on a regular basis.
Make a motion to approve.
We accept this
Accept.
interlocal agreement.
Accept.
Okay.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Motion carried. Item number 20 is to consider the TCDRS assessment for plan year 2020.
We don't have to have this back to TCDRS until December the 16th, but if y'all are considering making any changes, we put this on here so it can be addressed now for budget time, because we do have to have this for planning the retirement amount for budget.
If you look at the second page, it shows you the option. Basic plan options, the employee deposit rate is 7%, the matching, prior service credit, retirement eligibility, 8 years, rule of 75, and then any age you can retire if you've been here 30 years or more. Do we want to make any changes? One time we talked about vesting, changing that to 12 years.
Retirement.
Vesting, yeah, to be eligible for retirement, having worked, living it from 12 to 8, I mean, 8 to 12. I don't really believe. So
We don't decide this today, do we?
Just if y'all are gonna make some changes, then we would need to get with them to see how much that's gonna increase the amount, because any change you make will increase. And there are some things that once we've got to a certain, we can't go backwards, so, there are some things, if y'all wanna change it, we'll have to reach out to them and make sure it's a change that we can make. Some things I know you always can change is your match, your employee matching can always change. The deposit rate, I believe, can always change.
And the years of service you can change, that was options. It looks like on here we pay through-term life for active employees and retirees.
And just something to keep in mind, if we met with them here, God, how long has that been? A few months ago. He came down and a few of us met with him, and we're still paying off, it takes 20 years to pay off a change that was made years ago, and so I think it's in 4 more years we should have that paid off, and ours is gonna drop significantly. So I think it's by 2024, we should see a huge decrease in the amount that we have to pay.
And that percentage that we're paying.
Yes, that's correct. We're about 18 right now, and I think, based on what he said, and of course, this could change, it would go down to around 10 or below.
Yay. Does anybody want to talk about changing anything?
We're still doing a 1.5 match.
And that can change, so y'all can look at that.
It would be nice if it would back up to 2. That was one of the nice perks we had at one time in this town.
What was that?
When it was, the max was 2.5, whatever, but it was a nice perk for employees.
Increasing the employer match for retirement.
What do we have?
1.5.
if y'all are interested in speaking to him before we accept the budget and stuff, that you would need to be notified to go and kind of.
We have to know before we finish the budget, for sure.
So if we went to that match, what we was just talking about, should we talk about how did it work out?
Right now, we pay a percentage of salaries to the retirement plan. And right now, we're paying 18.25. Yes, for the employer contribution. If you raise the match, then that 18% goes up. How much, we don't know. We have to get them to figure that. But, and it's based on salary. The county pays that. Anybody talking about any changes? All right. Are we gonna approve the plan as it currently is? That's what we're needing to decide, yes or no, we're gonna stay with what we have?
Make a motion to stay with what we have.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Opposed? None, motion carried. All right, are there any comments from Commissioner Court?
Yeah, I have a question. How is the jail coming along? We got those people in class, and I'm assuming they passed, they're already taking their test.
We are now booking in until 8 o'clock at night. We have 3 individuals that have it down,
Okay.
and we're training 3 other ones.
Okay. And the people that went to class, they're through with that class and
They're through with the class, and 4 out of 5 have passed.
So, the one that didn't, I mean, what?
The one that didn't has 2 more chances
Okay.
on the test, and she expected like 2 questions. So,
We're booking them in, but we don't have no inmates standing in the jail.
right.
When do you think we'll start downstairs?
That's gonna go back to the roof.
How long's the roof been out? Now the roof's out.
May 18th.
Now we don't have a roof. It's gonna just last longer.
Exactly. May
Did
18th.
this just happen with the roof?
May 18th, we started having flooding issues in there. So we came in, we had the electricians come in, the fire department come in, and what it was is the roof's not draining fast enough, okay? So the roof, it's standing water.
It's a flat roof.
And it just wasn't draining quick enough because of the amount of rain we've had in that last month. So we get up there, I try to make sure it's all draining off the roof, which it is. It's just not draining fast enough. In the meantime, I can't see it. I'm on top of the roof. I can't see the framework. The framework is all rotted underneath 2 air conditioning units up there. The AC units are sinking into the ceiling, and they're almost falling through the ceiling at this point. So, those AC
Yeah,
units,
we just realized this,
yes,
that we had
that
this
was, you
issue.
can't see that with, yeah, we wouldn't have known that. All we knew is we had standing water that we were trying to get off the roof. So in the meantime, we've had 2 floods in the jail, in the old part of the back jail. And
So we're trying to get some prices on what it's gonna take for us to get that repaired and how we can proceed.
yes,
And as soon as we get some prices together, we'll have a special meeting to try to decide how to go forward.
and it took us a couple weeks just to get somebody to come out and even look at it. I mean, so they're not jumping, obviously, they're not even turning in bids, but, so it's not a process that we can hurry up, because we're depending on somebody else to come out and inform us.
Now, Waco wouldn't come over and look.
Parsons Roofing, I'm not sure if they've been contacted.
Well,
We, Judge Grant, we notified our contact, and they have assigned an adjuster to it. And I talked to him yesterday, and he should be calling you. I gave him your cell phone
Okay.
number. His name is Brett, I believe. And he said it would take 2 to 3 weeks They'll come out here, they'll, you know, look at all the stuff, and if they can determine, and they do determine that part of the flooding was, that some of the damage, you know, we've got a $5,000 deductible that we would have to pay. And, so we should know something with that. He said within 2 to 3 weeks he would call us.
So with the roofs that have been leaking, how long's the roof been leaking, since when?
Well, it's leaked twice. It leaked May 18th, and 2 to 3 weeks later, the next big rainfall we had.
So in May, and we're in July, and we still haven't anybody, not a person from our insurance company, and nobody come look at it?
We called, not the insurance company, but we called the roofing people, because we thought there was something with the roof, and they did come. We called, of course, we had to wait a little while for them to come, and they did come. They said that it was not the roof.
It's not the roof?
That's what they said. We called, we got the air conditioning people to come up and see if the issue was with the air conditioners and around that. And that's when we realized that all that stuff underneath is rotted, so, yeah.
That building is how old is it?
How many people do we have hired? How many people do we have working in there right now today?
8.
So there's 8 people in that jail.
There's 8 employees. There ain't 8 right now.
No, I'm talking about over there now. How many are in that
I have
building?
8 jailers.
How many are over there working today, right now?
Today, right now.
Yes, sir.
Probably 4.
4? And what are they doing?
Training. They're learning how to do it.
I think
They're
probably.
still doing paperwork from the book in and the book out.
That'd be fine to put it on the agenda. That'd be great. I mean, I'm just making a comment. I'm just asking questions
I know,
that I get asked about every day.
every
They're,
day.
they're,
Put it on the agenda next time.
Let's do.
Yes, ma'am.
As a matter of fact, we can have a special meeting.
We can have it whenever you want to.
All the time now.
We can have it whenever.
Let's
Friday.
Let's see if we can get, any more information about the condition and what we're gonna have to do. We talked even about trying to do not a flat roof, but that is gonna really cost a tremendous amount of money because of all those air conditioners and things. But anyway, all right, we can't have it Friday.
We
I mean,
can.
we can have it Friday, that'd be a good day.
I won't be in town.
Me neither.
Whenever y'all want to.
How about, the first of next week?
That's fine with me.
All right, let's see what else, what additional information we can get together, we'll set a meeting for the first of the week.
You know,
Perfect.
as much as we pay for insurance, we just talked about insurance with TAC, as much as we pay insurance, you would think that your insurance company would be here and checking on things
Pretty quick.
in a more timely manner.
Yes, yes. Well, once we realized there was some damage that might be covered by insurance, we have to call them and we're waiting to hear from
and
them.
that's the problem, is the time frame.
Everything.
It's not on us, we're waiting on people to come tell us.
All right, any other comments?
We're gonna read the Declaration of Independence 12 o'clock.
We surely are,
It's on the
12 o'clock,
courthouse.
on the courthouse square.
Like everybody come.
You gonna read it?
Sure, yeah, you bet.
There's
We're adjourned.
a parade tomorrow morning at 8:30.
I'll make most of it.
One more parade probably on the street, but I'll like to.